Om Shri Sai Ram. Sai Ram, dear brothers and sisters. Welcome to the 31st edition of Samarpan program here at Sarvadharma Service Center in Farmingdale Borough, Howell Township, New Jersey, United States. Today, I have the honor to introduce our Samarpan speaker for the month, a very distinguished and a very dear brother, Dr. Surendra Upadhyay from UK. Dr. Upadhyay, who is known throughout the Sai world for hosting several international medical camps, will be explaining more about his trips and for this talk. He did his medical education and qualified as a doctor in the year 1968 in India. Following his postgraduate studies in the United Kingdom, he gained the membership of the Royal College of Ophthalmology. Dr. Upadhyay is an honorary visiting professor, Devi Ahilya University, Indore, and consultant ophthalmologist, University College London. Dr. Upadhyay is a member of the Satsai Global Council International Medical Committee and also serves as a trustee of the Sri Satya Sai Charitable Trust of United Kingdom, which was actually founded by Bhagwan himself in 1979. Since 1985, he has organized and led free eye treatment camps in India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Sri Lanka, Russia, Bosnia, Zambia, Kenya, and South America. Besides the medical camps, he has been organizing health awareness seminars all over the world. It can be very proudly stated that more than 10,000 people in the world are no longer blind because of his service. It is no wonder that many people in these countries consider him to be an emissary of Bhagwan, and many more consider him to be Bhagwan himself in his form. Of course, service at this level doesn't come easy. It takes a lot of sacrifice, as you'll hear from his many challenging experiences. At one time, he's traveled over 25,000 kilometers in 15 days. That is the level of commitment he has towards one of Swami's principal life messages, namely, service to man is service to God. That, coincidentally, for Sarvadharma Service Center also, Swami told as to be the core mission, which we are trying to fulfill to our ability. At the 2017 Satya Sai International Medical Conference, he was one of the 14 healthcare professionals and 2 volunteers recognized for their outstanding contributions and long-term dedication to the Sri Satya Sai Global Health Mission and the practice of Satya Sai Ideal Healthcare. Dr. Upadhyay served with the Mother and now Saint Teresa of Calcutta, along with Bhagwan. We would like to hear about how he came to know about Swami and his experiences with our dear Lord. With this, I would like to invite Dr. Upadhyay to the podium and request him to share with us his experiences with Swami for the next 70 minutes, and we will have a Q&A session after that. Welcome, Dr. Upadhyay. Sai Ram.
My humble salutation in the lotus feet of our beloved Universal Master, and salutation to you all, because he is that driving force we call love. So I salute that love within you, because you are all the worthy instruments of the Lord in any way you are serving. And I'm very truly honored to be in this Sarvadharma temple, because what I have gone through and what I have listened, I feel that I'm very honored and extremely grateful to our beloved Lord who has given me this opportunity to come here. And as Brother Sai said, that it is a Samarpan program. So first of all, Samarpan, probably all you know, is the word for surrender. So I offer my words and myself, surrender to Lord, and pray to him that, Swami, you speak and let me be the loudest speaker, because that will be the best way of surrendering or justify that you have given me this opportunity to be the part of this wonderful program which you call Samarpan there. And when we talk about any centers and the things, what truly people mean by that center? It should be center of all the activities, not one activity. And I don't think I have to speak anything about the international work. First of all, Brother Sai has mentioned so many things about me. I don't think I'm worthy of any one of them. I think true qualification probably which I had because of that I am standing here is that I am part of your family, Sai family. It is a world family because he said that whole world is my mansion and all the rooms are the country and in which not you live, his love lives in the form of individual. What a wonderful definition actually of that word we are. So you don't feel different wherever you go, whether you are in America, you are in Russia, you are in Africa, anywhere you go, you just become the part of that family. And it is very difficult for any other thing. If you are invited as a guest somebody's house, you go to your friend, it takes some few days to get justice. Within the minutes you enter Sai family, you'll feel that you are part of that loving family. So when I enter Sarv Dharma Center here, the beautiful thing, they have taken me around and I realized the work which I have been, Swami has given me opportunity doing all over the world is done through this center. So please give big hand to all the people who are participating, including those youngsters downstairs I met. And I feel very honored and privileged what they explained. After all, what is our duty? Our duty is to take the service to the community. Once Mother Teresa said it is very difficult actually to start preaching and singing the glory and hymns on the Christmas day if they are very, very hungry. Feed them first. And once they have got full stomach, then you talk about Jesus. Then only they will understand who gave them the food. If you start talking about Jesus, probably they will think when the food is coming, they won't see. So that's why probably you all know, whenever Jesus went out to serve the people, he always had something in his hand and full of love in his heart. And that's why he was loved everywhere. Today, we see that symbol of all dharmas, and that is something so beautiful. This is our mission should be that we should respect all the religion, and that's why whenever I go to any country, there is no hesitation for us whether somebody is doing the service in a church or in a mosque. And all these people who come and guess, I was just talking to one of the lady actually, she came to receive something and your people have taught her computing programmers. The, gratitude which was flowing on her face in the form of love, you could feel that how she felt to be part of this family, not only receiving whatever she needs for the home people come and take. You are taking that wonderful gift of love in the form of whatever food or anything they need to the community. And when you connect the community to a center, that center becomes truly the place of God. Doesn't matter what name you give that God to. As Sarvadharma, sometime you talk that we are talking about Dharma, it reminds me of a wonderful story. We were working in a very remote part of Kenya. The place is called Mariakani. It is quite far away from Mombasa. And the team realized that we have got a very large number of the patients who have been registered from about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, they were queuing up. And one of the main ingredient of our service activity, it is wrong to call that medical camp. It is a total package to the community. So you have got every activity. You are giving them the food, you are giving the clothes, you are giving them whatever they need actually, they are catered for that one. So such activities was going, people come for very long distances. So there is some of the volunteers, they were distributing the banana and sandwich while they are waiting in the queue with a drink of orange or water so that they at least they don't have to leave the queue and still eat biscuits to the children. And you can see that these people feel so happy that You go to any hospital, probably you have to buy your own sandwiches and water. This is the only way you go to the villages and serve the patients as well in that form. This is the way of communicating with that. Whenever you're communicating with anyone with the zeal of service, there is something surge from them, and that surge is called love. And that love is really so bonding that suddenly you feel that you are all one, bonded in that love. So as Brother Sai was telling, things are challenging. There are some good people also, there are some difficult people also. There are no bad people. Swami said, there are no bad people in that. There may be difficult people. So this is what has happened. Actually, somebody complained to the social and hygiene inspector that these people are giving the sandwiches wrapped in the polythene and giving it to them. And probably there are rules and regulation of every country is different. So he said, no, you cannot serve this sort of thing to these people. What you have to do is you have to either give the cooked food and other thing. When he was talking, it started pouring with the rain. Where to go? Luckily, we had a marquee, we sat down, but suddenly floor becomes very slushy. So we had few benches, they sat down, and we made few contingency arrangement for it. We knew the rain comes anytime in African countries sometime. So we were wondering actually how we are going to do. And to start how the Sarv Dharma come into the play. Any part of the world you go, most important people you require is the interpreters, the people who translate. Because if you are in Africa, you need the local language. If you're in Russia, you get Russians and all those things. So where to get the interpreter? You need somebody who speaks good English and also local language. So there is a orphanage there. So there is a mission group, Christian mission group. They were teaching these people like a school. So the teachers and all the students came. And they are very staunch, for love for the Jesus, and some of the Catholics for Mother Mary, beautiful English. So suddenly we are introduced Jesus in our camps. They are become our tongue to how to talk to the patient, one ingredient. Now, when this rain started and all this has happened, one of the lady who came just before the medical camp started, she traveled all the way from Kenya to Mombasa, and from Mombasa, she was in her late 50s and 60s. So one of the volunteers went and said, ma'am, camp has not started. You please come to the registration desk and we'll register you. So she said, no, I'm not a patient. I just came from Kenya. I was a very young girl. Mother took me to see that holy man came from India. Swami has traveled only one country in a physical form, that was in Africa. I have come to see what his followers are doing. Can you imagine? She traveled all the way just to see what you are doing. Your action speak what your master teaches you. If you don't translate that, you are not doing the service. Can you imagine? Right that minute, we realize that we are watched. We do not know. And she said, oh, there is no problem. And somebody asked what your name was. So she was a Muslim lady, very well-to-do, very well-dressed and everything. So he said, madam, are you staying? Or, I'll be around. I have just come to see these places. And just as she was leaving, she said, if you need any help, let me know. So he said, okay, ma'am, any help coming? Because you're always coming from our beloved Lord. And this happened. So we realized what to do. Just about 50 yards from there, we had a mosque. And people prayed and come out. It was a Friday, so a very large number of the people came, and they also came to attend the medical camp. Suddenly, a thought came to my mind. Is it possible to ask these people, can we use the mosque for these people? They can, at least because it's raining, they can sit down. And most of the, whether it is churches, temples, and mosques, you're not allowed to eat. But these people, we had a very small children they have brought actually with them. And you feel that they need a little bit protection. You pray, I think it is faster than any WhatsApp services there. Before you try to speak, I think message reaches. That lady comes. And he said, oh, it is raining and all this, what you don't do. I'm the trustee of this mosque. Can you imagine, she has just to see our work, and now she comes. These people can go and sit, and from there they can come. So I said, thank you, madam. But madam, they have got the food in their hand. They are not, oh, there's no problem. I will speak to the Maulvi, the person who is in charge of the mosque. I think that should be all right. Within minutes, these people were taken into mosque. And she said, don't worry. I'll make the arrangements and talk to the people. We will cook here and give because I heard what happened there. But there is one condition. So I said, ma'am, what? I said, don't worry about the food arrangements. Right? The volunteers were ready to bring the groceries and cook and also. She said, no. There is only one condition. We will cook for all the 7 days while camp is going on for all these people. If you give service to us, then we are happy to be a partner in this loving service to you. Can you imagine? We did not have enough volunteers because people make these sandwiches and bring the bag to give from. Every family bring about 20 sandwiches or food because we had the problem about cooking. Now here it is. So Jesus is helping in communicating with the patient. Now Allah is providing the food for them. Then as we were going that, we were short of the pharmacist because, somebody has to speak that language. The lady comes with a small group, and she was Jewish. And she said, I have got a group of 5 girls, actually. They are trained, actually, into community medicine. Is it all right if they can participate? Because I want them, how you people serve also. Can you see how one by one? And half of us, we were staying in a monastery, in a Buddha's monastery. Every day you come out, salute to Buddha, and you go to work. This is what exactly Sarv Dharma means. We are open to everything, and when you pray, every religion becomes one united in that love to serve the community. So this is why truly this center is blessed to have that name. And everything went so beautifully actually during the camp. Then came Easter. Just day before the Easter Friday, there was a man, actually, he was quite agitated, shouting here and there. So we asked him, what is wrong with you, sir? He said, I've been in the queue for a very long time and I don't think I will be able to see the doctor. So one of the volunteers asked, what is your problem? He said, I'm not able to sleep very well for weeks and months and all those things. And it gives me a lot of headaches and all those things. He looked quite ill. So one of the volunteers said, okay, don't worry, I will take. He said, could I have some drink? God really knows why this girl took some vibhuti and gave a vibhuti packet to him. He said, have the drink, sir, and keep this vibhuti and put under your pillow. Even after you see the doctor, what he gives the pillow, God really knows. She's not doctor, she's a general volunteer. Doctor saw him and he said, this is a long problem. You have got a sleep disorder syndrome and it will take some time. We wish to arrange something. I will arrange with the local hospital if they can do this. Your sleep studies to find out all this thing. And this fellow is saying, what are they talking? I came for the medicine and he's saying, I will do this and I will do that thing. He said, okay, sir. He said, come tomorrow and I'll tell what we can do. He went. He didn't realize what that vibhuti packet was. He went home and the matter was finished. Early in the morning, like, you do the aarti. So we have got a picture because of Easter. We got a beautiful picture of Jesus, Mother Mary, and Sarv Dharma symbol. And we are looking for somebody who of the Christian origin who can do the aarti. And suddenly this man comes who was shouting previous day with a big smile on his face with flowers. So we said, are you okay, sir? He said, I'm so happy. So I thought probably he saw that these people are not only, worshipping Sai Baba, they have got on the Easter day, beautiful display of beautiful picture of Jesus. So I said, yes, we also celebrate Easter. He said, no, I'm not smiling because of that. I'm smiling this first time after 3 years I could sleep well. What happened? I put that vibhuti and there is a man came in that one. Can't recognize what it is. He was really stroking my head. And I suddenly felt that I was a 2-year-old boy or my mother is putting me to sleep. And when I see that picture behind that little picture, it was him. Can you imagine? From Puttaparthi, somebody has traveled all the way to solve his problem. And this man, doctors were telling that you will go to the hospital, have the sleep studied, all those things. His problem was solved because he took that vibhuti packet with such a great faith. Where is the need of the doctor? people said, you have done this in medical camp and all those things. He gives the means. He gives us the strength. He solved the problems, and on top of that, he gives you the credit also. That man did the arati, and he was so happy. He said, this is the best Easter I had in the last 10 years. Because most of the time when I go to the church, feel very, very irritable. I really feel you people are the extension of the divine love come to this place to probably serve only me. Can you imagine? Only individual who said that. So this is why exactly individual connection. But Lord shows that when you are doing a community service, he comes in different ways and bring all the faith into that one. There was a little bit problem between the 2-3 groups, like, people with the Buddhist and people who are Christian and the Muslim. Always there is a clash but after that camp, because everybody united as a one team to do this thing, it was so wonderful to see that not only that camp served the purpose of helping the people with the treatment, because they could not afford to go to the big towns for the medical treatment, but whole community was united. And that is what exactly all the religion working together can give a better performance. So there will be less wars, less difficulties. And when I talk about the war, I suddenly remember we have gone into very, very difficult situation. Sometime people were just after the war, tsunamis and earthquakes. What you see, the fact that people are distressed, in trouble. That time they are not looking for somebody to go and give them the opinion that, oh, this is what happens in the tsunami, you are traumatized very badly, you need to see a psychologist and all those things. These are big terms, but the person who is really suffering, one has to basically sit down. This is what Mother Teresa said. You don't have to use your skills and your qualification. You have to simply hold somebody's hand and say a few words of loving. I am your sister, I am your brother, consider me as your mother. Immediately that connection will build and you will see that how it works. So there is a word in the medical school, we all study psychology. Start with PSYCO. But he teaches another psychology, which starts with SAICO, psychology. If you use that psychology in everywhere, you don't have to go to the medical school. You will automatically become the psychiatrist or psychologist. You all have that skill, just communicating with the medicine of love. And medicine of love is not the bitter pill. It comes in the form of syrup called love. It is tastier as honey. And I tell you, it works so beautifully. This takes me to one of beautiful incident I remember. It was Sri Lanka after the tsunami. We went there and people were very traumatized because it has in few seconds, actually, the families were wiped out completely. Children who were probably previous evening playing outside, the mother in the evening called that, now come home, dinner is ready. Children sat down with the family to have the dinner. Father came with the toys and two brothers and sisters started fighting. Oh, this is toy for me and all those things, because everything is going normal. Just evening before this happened, 24th of December, probably you all know. So it was. So when this all happened, completely families after families have gone. So in one of the camps, those survivals were there and we were trying to work it out that what is their need, how to make sure these people could be consoled with their trauma. It's less than 24 to 48 hours, all this has happened. And it is a new thing for all of us. When you go to treat the people, somebody who has got a problem, medical problem, you can talk to because they have got a medical problem and you have got something to treat. Or somebody who's hungry, you can give them a food. But here, it is a very different situation. They are missing somebody who they were comfortable with previous night. So in the corner of the camp, the two sisters, one is about 9 years of age and one 7 years of age, sitting there. So one of the volunteers came and told me that these two children have not spoken since they have brought here. So I said, why? He said, probably they are very shocked and feel that they are very lonely. You could see the fear on their face. And the moment they look out, anything with the water, they were afraid. So we had a psychologist, very nice lady from England. She said, I'll go and talk to her. They will not listen anything. So with the time of giving them the food, somebody took 1 carton of orange juice, some biscuits for them, and a sandwich. So there are 2, so we gave 2 of them. She took 2 of them, opened 1 packet, and gave it to 7-year sister, and the second package she put in the bag. She didn't eat herself. So we asked actually that, why you are not eating? First time she opened the mouth, oh, when you people go, my sister may be hungry, so I'm keeping this for the night. So we said, don't worry, we'll give you more. She kept it again in that one. This is a 9-year-old, maybe fighting with her sister previous night for a toy or a chocolate what the father has brought. She kept it again into that little bag. I said, what has happened? Sir, I have to make sure for 2-3 days my sister is all right. She is not worried about. A 9-year-old girl who was fighting with her sister previous night for a toy or chocolate has suddenly become the mother because there was no mother. A 9-year-old becomes the mother of a 7-year-old child. This is what crisis and tragedy bring to the people. How do you understand this? Unless you sit with them and talk to them in their language, you are not going to do any service to them. So we think we go and do the service, we learn something for them. We change the entire pattern of doing the service to this disaster. This 2 little girl has taught us that what is the need of the time to serve, not what the things what you thought, oh, I will take the food package, we will think about the shelter and the people who are traumatized, we'll try to give them the prayers and sing to them and all this. No, you sit with them and try to become their brothers and sister and mother and father, 1-to-1 till it comes. And that's such a beautiful thing that he prepares you for that one. He said, you have to change your timetable, you have to change your activity and mode of operandi when you go to a different place. And it happens sometime. This reminds me to another incident. It was the earthquake in Bhuj. Terrible incident. It was a Republic Day. Parents have prepared their children in the uniform, school uniform, and they have taken them to schools. And suddenly Mother Earth part. About 150 of students suddenly disappeared in front of their own parents because they were standing there. It was so sudden there. The shock. Parents seeing their own children suddenly, many of the people disappeared there. How can you overcome the grief? Do you need to go and sit down with them and sing the bhajan? Do you have to give them the food? Go and talk to and console them, and you see the anger in their eyes. Many of the volunteers have left, other organizations have left. I don't know, these people are impossible, you can do it. But luckily, he has taught us one thing. In his dictionary, there is no word like impossible. Everything is possible. When you understand the feeling of the other person, not as a sympathy, you must have an empathy. I am with you at this time and grief. Tell me what I can do. So I was taken to, somebody came. When these disasters happen, there are 2 types of services going on. One of the services for media oriented, where the television is there, BBC or Voice of America, people will be there doing the service and they want to see, yes, my face is there. Our mode of operandi is very different. We go to where the service of need is, because in the villages, nobody has gone there. Still people were under the rubble and you have to take it out. So rather than with the time, I don't want to go into the detail. What has happened actually from Satyasai organization, from Puttaparthi, hundreds of truckloads of the food, medicine, and tents were sent to Kutch. And in the journey-wise, probably the journey will be from probably here to Toronto, that far. These trucks went. And as they enter, they were not destined to go to A village or B village. Wherever they saw the first village, there was a problem, they started their camp. So as they went on, 20 trucks stopped. Next day, another came and went to a village. These people suddenly realized these people are not only giving, some community give the food, some people give the clothes, they are doing the full package. They are making the tents for them. They were leaving the volunteers in that particular, where they are group of the service, till these people are comfortable, then only they do. Can you imagine? Suddenly within days, how much planning would have gone? People require a planning committee to do the things. With him, there is no planning committee. His command is plan, his command is execution, and his command is completion. All three things happened in one go. People are ready to do any part of the world. People were so happy with all these things. I was taken to a village. They told me there is a blind gentleman. Actually, he's very distraught because his son is gone, not available. And his problem was that who will look after him? Only reason was because this fellow was in the sun and son was working in the field and earthquake. So he has disappeared altogether. So I went to him to find out what the problem is. He will not talk. He will not even just listen. Vasil ki kram. My son has gone. My son has gone. He was crying. God is not there. God cannot help me. This was just going on. Suddenly, one of the volunteers said that, sir, in Gujarati, he said, "Hu tomaro dhikru chu. I am your son." My Gujarati is not very good if I spoke properly, that I am your son. And you can see suddenly, because he could not see very well, have you come? And now this fellow is looking. I said, yes. He said, yes, I have come. So because voice is there, but so many talking. Suddenly this man said, "Oh, thank you, God, you have sent me my son to you." That time, it is not a medical treatment he required. He did not require to go through his emotion. He required devotion. When you turn your emotion into devotion, you see the miracle works. And you can see the tears of joy. And this boy said, "What can I do?" I said, "We stay with him. We go to other villages. Just act as a son." 7 days later, when we met this boy again, he said, "I don't feel like going back. I will stay with this man." In the repo and nothing. You create family in the disaster. The ray of the hope you take to the people who are suffering. That is what he teaches us. And this is not in one place. We can go on and on. There is talk hours about these things. This is what exactly it is. What you do in the situation. It is spontaneous. You don't have to go to the compendium that I have to do A, B, C, D, E, F. It is there, what comes from your heart, to translate your heart into the action that is called service. That is his definition of service. Oxford University has got different definition of that. But transform your feeling into the action, and that is the real service. And this is what I saw today downstairs when I went. I was talking to the sister. I just simply asked her, "What gives you joy and happiness?" It's serving the people. She's sitting right there. And I was so happy. And I said, instead of me speaking, I think she should be speaking because she's inspiring the people. So I think she deserves a big hand as well. These are the people who inspire others to serve. And what pulls them? Love of the God. Yesterday, I remember, suddenly things come to you. Everything is destined. Everything is destined for you. You may have a plan, but he wants somebody to pull. That happens. Pradosh's daughter Isha, after we had a food, and after the talk there was a informal talk. We were talking to youngsters and other thing. She suddenly said, "Uncle, I have to go because my train is waiting." And they quickly rushed to the railway station. 10 minutes before the train to arrive, she decided not to go. Something pulled her to come to Swami, to hear, not to listen. You can listen anywhere, probably it is recorded. That is not necessary. But that pull, I have to be here this time, that is his timetable. Give a big hand to the big girl that she sacrificed not going to the... This is what actually we have to think. Are you ready to listen to the call of the Lord? That is what Mother Teresa always said. She was living in the comfort of the Loreto convent in Calcutta. Ignis. All the comfort of Loreto convent, beautiful place and all those things. From the window she saw outside, the people were hungry. It was a famine in Bengal at that time, just before the war. She went, prayed, slept that night, and probably you heard the famous things which describe when she got her Nobel Prize. She heard the call within the call. Jesus is calling me outside. We all pray. We want God to listen to our voice. You are great, love, peace, righteousness, and truth. Holy Spirit dwelling in us all. But what that Holy Spirit is telling you, have you got time to listen? She listened, and from sister, she became the Saint Teresa. No great qualification, but she sacrificed. When she came out, she did not think what I will do. She did not speak English. She did not speak Hindi. She did not speak Bengali. No language, no place to go. And the sister superior told her, the moment you walk out of the Loreto, no coming back. She said, my master will look after me. Jesus will look after me. And you can see, she has transformed not one, thousands of the souls and people who are desperate. They may be princes or the queens or the queen. They all go to her for the treatment. They don't go to the hospital when they are suffering. And what she does, her treatment is very simple. Go and serve that person. She will allocate the people. This little child was collected from the street of the Calcutta, has got nobody. Try to give them love of the mother. You all know the problem with Princess Diana had. Where did she find the solace? With Mother Teresa. She came with a very different person altogether. And then she went out to serve the victim of the mines who have lost their legs and everything like that. And she said, I did not only get the courage, but I got the love which is transformed into courage from Mother Teresa. This is what these people have come here to transform. So I will just simply tell, try to be with the person who is serving. And you are so lucky. The moment I entered this Sarv Dharma center here, I was taking each and every room was vibrating with the infinite love and vibration of love. That is what the true service is. And I am sure that many people will come. I was very inspired, and I really thank Pradosh and Brother Rajan that who has given me the opportunity to come and serve. Each and everyone was talking not about what they are doing, what others are doing. They don't want to say what they are doing. That is called how you inspire the people. So with this, I will say that if there is any question and answer, I'm quite happy, or if the time is there. How much time is there? Another half an hour. So that takes me to another beautiful incident, actually. Sometimes how God helps you. You know, when you pray, things come. There is a very famous incident about Jesus Christ, or many of the religions have their thought. When you're hungry, you need the food. And there is a famous incident in the Bible. The fishes were coming for the hungry people. Sometimes you're stuck as a doctor if you do not have a particular thing. This is a beautiful incident. I was working in a very remote part of the Siberia, and everything was set up, and there was a huge crowd outside, and it was so difficult that our volunteers could not manage. We have to get the local police people to make sure that everything goes in order. But we told them it doesn't matter how long it takes, because luckily in those parts of the world, in the summertime, the sun doesn't set at all. You have got a twilight sun, means about midnight or 2 o'clock in the morning, still you have got light like this, what you have got. So people think that is still daylight, so they keep coming. So there is no finishing time, that you finish at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, till the last person goes. And still people say, oh, still there are people in the queues, people are added more to the queue. So that is a good test for your, strength and energy, how long you can serve. So that was one such day. About 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, suddenly there was a little bit hustle bustle in the queue. There was one man was shouting quite loudly and all those things. So I asked one of the local volunteers who could speak the language, find out why he's shouting. He went there and he said, oh, I must be seen now because I had a dream. One holy saint came in my dream and he said, I'll get my vision back. And so she said, sir, you wait. No. He said, this time. I would be seen this time. That is what my vision was. So she came and I said, look, to make the peace and other things like, he's an agitated man, get him inside and find out what the problem is. At least he won't create a scene there, and then we'll see what happened. At that time, I was about to examine a gentleman who has the problem. He brought his mother. He is a dental surgeon. And this is a drama. This is how it starts. He's a dental surgeon, brought his mother to the clinic. And we're about to see. So he told me, sir, do one thing. I've got plenty of time. I have taken the day off. You can see this man and I will wait. This man came before him. All this drama started. Now he comes there. Just try to be in that room at that time, how the drama sets in. So this man sits by the wall with the mother, and I put the drops in the mother's eye because they take about 15 minutes. Normally they go out, but I thought it's a good idea. Old lady, she can sit down. She was in the wheelchair. She was sitting there. Now this man comes. He lost one eye during the Second World War, and the other eye, he is not able to open it properly. So I lifted the lid and examined. Everything was all right. He just requires simple plastic operation to lift the lid that he could see. So when I lifted the lid, suddenly he said, look at the dream that Eastern God came and he told me that you go, I can see. Can you keep it like that? So I said, no, you need a minor operation. We can do, but unfortunately, I have got a problem. We have not come prepared to do such surgeries, but I can send you to a place called Ekaterinburg. There is Fyodorov Center. I know the surgeons there. They can, no. In the dream said it will happen here in this place, in the camp. I would see this evening. Now, what can you do there? Now the drama starts. This dental surgeon get up. Two things happened at that time, as he's telling. Somebody comes and told me that the dental surgeon who was supposed to come and help us, his car has broke down and he will not be able to come. So she's talking to me because when the other person told him her in Russian, and she's about, this man gets up. Sir, I have taken the day off today. Can I help you? Can you imagine why this dental surgeon is sitting there and the car broke down? Who only knew this is going to happen? But before this news happened, he has already made the arrangements. So all the patients who were, registered that day for the dentistry, there is a surgeon readily available. Because he brought his mother. One problem solved. But the drama doesn't end there. He comes and tells me, sir, my father was an ophthalmologist in early, century, early part of the century, and he was sent on the Antarctic mission. And I've got a complete set of the ophthalmic instruments. I don't live very far. Can I bring in anything that can help you? Now, can you imagine why this person has asked this man who was shouting? It could be any A, B, and C person. So he brings all the instruments, and all those instruments which I needed was there. How to sterilize. How to sterilize those instruments they have not seen. He said, sir, don't worry, I'm a dental surgeon. My surgery is very nearby. I have to sterilize instruments after every patient. I can do in 15 minutes. His dream was there by 4 o'clock, this man will be able to see. By the time everything we got sterilized, we did the thing. This man went dancing outside. The God from the East came and gave me the vision to get the sight, and I could see that. Can you imagine the ecstasy and love there? But what did you do? Nothing at all. He solved two problems in one go. Our dental surgeon was stuck. There was a dental surgeon ready. I needed an instrument to prove what he has dreamed, that all things comes together. How can you take the credit? Whether I was there or not, this thing would have been done anyway. So that is what his beauty and love is, that he does everything and gives the credit. So this is what exactly, when you are on a mission to do something, don't think this is difficult. This is impossible. When the problem comes, he's trying to teach you that he will provide you a solution. He gives you a problem only for one thing, to tell you one thing. That problems are always there. But when you pray with sincerity, solution is right in front of you because you have never seen it, because your mind is so much bogged down with the problem. There is a problem there. Look for the solution. And he teaches with such a simplicity. Don't look into the problem. Just close your eyes, pray and think. Solution is standing right there. If you have got one problem, I've got two solutions for you. And it happens to many of the places. Wherever you go, this is just to witness the God does everything he uses as instrument. One of the youngsters asked me this question. Oh, I have been waiting for a very long time. My turn has not come. When it will come and all those things. I didn't know what to answer. So I was praying, how could I answer? Suddenly, somebody entered to the room. He said, sir, one of the chair was not working. Can I just repair that one? So he opened the toolbox and there was my answer. He got a plier to take the nails out, but he was not using the hammer. So I told that little guy that, look, when you need a plier, the divine carpenter will use only plier. You can't use the hammer there. If you are hammer, if your specialty is hammer, wait for his call. When it comes, he will use. Keep that divine carpenter's toolbox ready so he can pick up you. Just wait, patience. So he teaches us, your time will come. What simply you require? Patience, tolerance, and execution. When you got three things, you are literally drowned into the love. We go to the places where probably you have heard that, oh, this is a very difficult country and people are very difficult and all those things. You suddenly enter bushes in Africa. Nobody has gone there. You've got the basic fear what you are going to face. Have faith. You are facing another human being. What is common in that he may not be able to understand your language. He may not be able to communicate. What is common between that person in that remote part of the world and you? Why God has sent you? Not to use your skill that you are a pediatrician or you're an ophthalmologist or you are a computer wizard has gone to teach them part of your services and distribute the food. You have gone there to share one thing. You know what is that thing? Can anybody guess? Love. This is what exists. You go, the moment you speak the language of love, it happens. It has happened with me. I was once invited actually with the two very eminent speaker in Geneva. There's a I think it is Human Rights Commission Hall in Geneva. So my job was very simple. They've got two very eminent speakers to speak, and I was not supposed to be a speaker. My job was to show some of the slides of service activities which is done by the SAI organization. And the SAI, it was the slides from part of the Africa where there's a lot of tribal wars are going on, the slides from Bosnia, Croatia, and all sorts of places. It was, they were showing all these slides. And suddenly one gentleman got up from there after looking at the slide, that is very strange. Our people from the United Nations peacekeeping forces, when these people go to these places, they're taken as a hostage. Some of the people are even killed. It is surprised that you people go there and they love you, they hug you. Why? What has wrong we have done? Now you're looking for an answer. So you look, there was his chair there. So I said, Swami, how can I answer this? Because it came from a very big authorities in that hall. He said the answer immediately. He said, if the problem, look for the solution. A soldier from United Nations Peacekeeping Force with a full uniform, blue beret with a machine gun comes and handed over a slip to this man. There was my answer. I said, sir, you go with the gun, you are received with the gun, you go with the love, you are received with the love. That is what the God is. That is the weapon he has given to us. So it is very, very simple. People think you are going to a very hostile regions. I was just sharing actually, we went to one of the places. It was very hostile area. There was a lot of problem was going between two factions. They were fighting and all those things. And we were also told actually, because just few days before, there was one of the railway stations bombed, many people died and all those things. So we told the volunteers, please do not, if you feel afraid, don't come. But none of them stopped, they all came there. When the camp finished after 10 days, the commissioner, police commissioner and the mayor of the town came and he said, sir, can you extend this camp for another few days? I said, why? He said, sir, last 10 days, there is not a single bullet shot was fired and we could sleep very happily. Why? Because in the entire town, there was love was flowing. People were going to the houses, giving the food. People were bringing the people who are not able to walk. And some of the youngsters, actually, they did a very funny thing. Actually, these people who, the rebels, they come with their guns, even there. So these people started stickers on the guns, love all, serve all. Can you imagine? These people gave the gun and got the message, love and serve all. This sounds funny, but out of the 100 people, when they see that sign, even one has changed, you have achieved your goal. You can't change the entire world. And that's wonderful word which I always remember from Mother Teresa. You cannot change the entire world. Just change one person and you see what happened. And our master has gone one stage ahead. He said, you don't have to change the world. Change yourself and you'll see how the world changes. If you have got a green glasses, you will see everything green. But you've got plain glasses, you see everything plain. Change yourself. Don't expect other to change. And your action will definitely bring a small change, and you wait. A seed, when you have in your heart, you tell a 5-year-old man, I've got a tree in my hand. He will laugh at you. But a person who knows what that seed is growing to be, you all had the seed of that love. What you have to simply do, put in the soil of service and wait when it grows. Many of the people come and sit under that tree, not enjoy the fruit, but enjoy the beautiful fragrance of the flower there. You are those flowers. You are those fruits. Go out and give that unconditioned love. I always pray to our Lord, O Lord, unite us in your infinite love to serve all without any discrimination. All religions are what, all faiths are same. Your name may be different, culture will be different. When, a river flows to the sea, the river loses the identity the moment it goes into the sea. Before that, it could be Hudson, or it could be Ganges, or it could be Muskwa, different name of the river. But the moment it goes to the sea, it is only the sea. That is what exactly. Lose your identity to be merged with the love of the God, and then you have got a broader love. You are taking the ocean of the love. There is a song in Hindi, Tu Pyar Ka Sagar Hai. You are the ocean of love. Oh God, make me that drop, because that drop will make a difference probably on a little bud which is about to dry. Let it bloom into a flower. Thank you very much. Saira.
Madam, curiosity was when you traveled in the beginning to all these faraway places and distant places, remote locations. How exactly the logistics were arranged? Just a simple thing, let's say Siberia, very remote part of Russia then. How one would travel from London all the way to Siberia. I mean, there will not be a direct flight. That was always a curiosity. Maybe you can explain one or two trips like this in remote part of Africa. What exactly, step by step happened. That would also, some of us who may be interested in doing something similar will get more logistics.
Wonderful question, Pradosh. Yes, I didn't want to go into the detail of how it is arranged. Probably you all know. Whenever any commitment you take, or you decide to embark on any mission, all those things, you think that you're going for a work. But what I learned from him, it is his sankalpa. He has decided that activity to be taken in that place. Whether you go or not, it will happen. It is your luck that you are participating into that one. So that is one thing. Don't miss the opportunity. There is a boat on the seashore. It is up to you whether you go into the boat, but once it leaves, your opportunity has gone. Because you miss the sea, the divine drama, what happens there. So that is one thing is there. No, I don't want to miss. You want to be there in the queue. Please take me, even if you're last passenger, you want to jump onto the service, boat of the service, I'd call it. So that's what number one. Because once you jump onto the boatman knows where you are going. And he knows when he goes on the other side where you're supposed to go, somebody is waiting for you. So this is a beautiful divine planning. So whenever there's something is arranged, the host, whether you're going to Africa or you're going to Siberia, where these people have already done the study there, what you require, how many people are coming, how they are studying and all those. Yes, there are problems. Sometimes you may not have. There was one of the places I went to Africa. I realized whenever I used to brush or see, I make the tap run continuously, that you don't turn that. Many of the times he has taught us, water is precious. It is a liquid of life. Don't waste it. I did not understand. When I went to that country, they gave us 2 liters of water in the morning. They say, it is up to you whether you brush your teeth, you drink or you bath. You are not going to get till next morning where there is no water. Then you realize the part of the water. You must have seen on the television, people are walking miles and miles. And the water which you drink, probably you will not even like to put your foot into the water. These are the water. When he exposes you to these things, then you realize he has not sent you to solve the problem, but he has sent you to learn something from them. How you can save water, how can you save food. I gave the example yesterday about a girl where I gave her the medicine and said, take this medicine with food for 3 times a day, and she started crying. What food? She doesn't get the food for 3 days in a row. How can she take 3 times the food? You have to think all these things. It is not so easy that you are taking the, food to the doorsteps and people can collect whatever their requirement. There is no food in many of the places. One of the places I went to, the Siberia, we were not prepared to, because our equipments, everything was so many, we did not think about the food. And this host was very worried about what to do about it. There was hardly any food. So young volunteer, the youth, young adults will go into the forest, they will pick the mushrooms, they will get the berries, and they dig and get the roots. So this becomes our food. But that was a wonderful thing. After about 2 years, I read an article that the berry is the best thing. There's the best antioxidants to give the energy to the body. And that has become a multi-million, industry producing that. But he was already giving, the poor people were having that one. So you learn and you get the advantages of. So the answer to your question is, yes, there is a team there who is ready to receive you. They may not be able to give you comfort, but they definitely give you something which we call, again, everything. You think, I'm just keep talking about the love. You forget your difficulties, that there is no 5-star hotel. You are sleeping in a tent, sleeping in a sleeping bag, or sleeping in orphanage. There are no toilets. You have to go open into these things. These all look difficult, but when you think about, this becomes an experience, and you are prepared for all the eventualities. When the disaster strikes and everything disappears, you are trained to face all these things. So these are the training camps for us. You give your expertise, but you come back better prepared, a stronger person, and all those things. But yes, there is always a teamwork. It is not about one person. There is a lot of work goes into the team. And these all people are really, I must say, you may offer very little, but you come with an abundance of experience and their love. I was telling yesterday, what you receive, again, this is one of these countries where people think that there is no love. These are the people always receive you with the gun. This place, actually, everybody was a bit worried when we first time went to Russia, and they were thinking, oh, Russia is a very difficult place, because nobody is exposed, there is no tourism and other things like that. But I tell you, the first time I realized there was so much love bottled, nobody has opened it. When it opened, it was flowing like a fountain. People were running behind the bus till the bus disappeared into the fog. They just wanted to see, who are these mad people have come to serve us, where nobody thought about us in the villages. That is why you go. That's where. But preparations are there. No problems at all. Sometimes it is trained, but most of the time it is cars and other things like that. And it is not easy, because some of the volunteers have traveled about 4,000, 5,000 miles, 2 or 3 days. Suppose you are doing a medical camp, actually, people have to travel from St. Petersburg to Ukraine, all the way the last village, or Kazakhstan. So one of our American colleagues said, why you people are mad? Why you're traveling 4 or 5 days? Why you can't take a plane? It will be cheaper rather than hanging. Fuel was very expensive. So that fellow simply smiled, sir, if we all come by the plane, who will take you from A to B? When you're going to the villages, think about the planning. This is what exactly. So yes, and God gives you an interaction when you're traveling. You know the community, whether you are traveling in the train. You do not know that country, but you are traveling in a train or a bus and all those things. You meet the local people and see, oh, this is a different country. They're, they have got different type of living styles and all those, how they manage. In one of the bus we are traveling, where half of the bus was full of cockerels and dogs and goats. And we were also traveling with this. Here we look for a luxury coach and all those things. And it was a wonderful experience to travel. I also remember once I was traveling by a train because it was heavy rains in Bombay. It was such a heavy rains that the plane was cancelled, trains were not going, medical camp was arranged, and I was wondering actually how would I reach. Somebody said there is one train going, it's a slow train, but at least it will take you to this destination. It may take 1.5 days where you are going for the medical camp. So, you start thinking, my goodness, I've come for such a long distance and my team, we lose 1.5 days of the time, you come prepared and all those things. So we got into the train with the great difficulty. So the poor host felt so bad. These people have come from UK and they are pushing us literally like a cattle into the train. Those people who have traveled in Indian trains, there are 2,000 people trying to get into the train which has only 1,000 seats. That is what it is actually. It is really jostle and hassle to get into there, but it is a joy. So I asked somebody, he said, don't worry, sir, as far as just you get in and then everything settles down. It's like, little pebble settles into that one. So I said, okay, somehow, I thought this is a good experience also. So we got into the train. And it's not that I have not traveled the train. When I was a student, we have traveled, but you reserve the train and you find the times and other things. Difficult, but at least. But this was different. You have got your bags and other things like that. Somehow we got into the train. And there was no place to stand even. So somehow we put the thing, a couple of people sat down actually on their suitcases and other people are standing and all this. Train move probably about an hour or so and it stops at another station. So some people got into the train and there was a little girl came with the father. And this girl, her eyes were very red in flame. And naturally, when you're a doctor, you notice. So I said, what we can do in the train, all those things. But that basic instinct that you are a doctor and this little girl is. So suddenly, what are you doing, sir? He said, for about 4 or 5 days, she's crying with a lot of pain. Looks like something has gone into the eye and there is no doctor here. So I said, why you don't take to the doctor? Oh, sir, I can't afford. So where are you taking? Oh, I'm going to work to the next station. So she will stay with me because there is nobody to look after at home because my wife is working in some other place. So I have to bring. I felt sad. There is a message that God has sent this girl into my compartment. She could have gone something. So I said to him that I know a little bit about eye. I did say that I'm an eye doctor from London. I said, I know a little bit. Can I have a look? He said, yes, sir, please. So I asked somebody, can I open? There was no place to stand. And I said, can I open my little bag in which I got eye instrument and drops? The moment I opened, naturally, our boxes when you open to have his picture, first is Baba's picture. I took the drops and started rinsing the eye and all those things. And suddenly you can see the whole cabin has given, sir, doctor, sit down here, actually, they have given the way. You won't believe, 1.5 days, I must have seen about 130 to 140 patients. They came for us. The message traveled from one compartment. There is a doctor, he's in the train and he's giving the free examination, everything. You were thinking that you are 1.5 hours late. There is a service where you are, if you want to do, he will provide you the patient. That is what the beauty is. You have to look for it. So, it was, yes. We are going Mumbai to, there is a place called, you have been very close to that place, Ratlam. From there is a place called Jhabua. It's a tribal area. This is a tribal area. The people still live in a very, very, So normally the Swami sends us to the places which is very, very remote. There's no point working in the place where the doctors are there and hospitals are there. Our aim is to take his message to the very remote part. And Swami's, one of the motives is, don't just load them with the medicine. Prevention is better than cure. Educate. Teach them how you can prevent things happening. That's what exactly. Right. Thank you very much indeed. Any other questions? Yes. Can you just say a bit louder?
when we were in the kitchen, and you said you remembered an experience and you wanted to share that.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. That is about kitchen experience. Oh, I must say, it ever beloved lords. Probably you must have read, actually. It has been in the Sanatan Sarthi also. Many of the people know. Swami was once traveling to Delhi. And you know, when the Lord comes, there are a lot of activities going on. They were expecting more than 5,000, 6,000 VIPs. You can well imagine how many other people will be there. So they have to get a, you know, that big Ram Leela ground, actually. So there's a lot of people could be accommodated and all those things. So they made that. But Swami always changes plan. No. We will ask the devotees to come to one place. To cater for this thing, a lot of people were working in their kitchen, and the kitchen started at 4 o'clock in the morning. They have to, because they didn't know how many people are coming. So they were all cooking, so almost the breakfast was ready, and all you ladies do this wonderful service, whether Swami is there or not, you take a little food and offer to God before you all eat. Wonderful thing, because you know, he is the master of the house. Everybody does this. So these people had a beautiful Swami's picture in the, makeshift kitchen there, and they took the food there. And 2 or 3 men and ladies, they started like, oh, we will miss Swami's darshan because he is going to speak and we won't be able to go out the canteen. So somebody just simply said, very elderly man, he's always here, look, see, it's not just picture. It is your concept you think. Picture is not a picture. For people, it is a picture. Those people, he is really there, he is there. That is what is up to you, what you think about it. He just said for the sake of this thing. Swami came from the airport, and there is a chief minister and the mayor of the Delhi town and some of the army officials. They all received him, and Swami's, the convoy is going toward that. And before they could go to where Swami is supposed to be, Swami suddenly took the turn, and everybody thought Swami is taking the wrong turn, and he went to the kitchen. And just these people don't realize they are working, and suddenly Swami stood where they offered the food. He said, here I am, you were thinking that you won't be able to see. You are the first to see me. That is the prayer he listened before he landed there. We think that we talk about omnipresent, omniscient. How many people have that conviction that what you are doing, he is listening. What you are doing, he is seeing. So when I was in the kitchen, there was a young boy and a girl, I was asking them, what you get? He said, we get joy, sir. That is what exactly. The joy is the manifestation of the presence of the unseen Lord. That is the mantra. Thank you.
Sharon.
Thank you very much for reminding, because you people work so hard, never get a chance probably sometimes. So.
One last one, sir. I heard you talk about your experience with how you brought Dr. Arnott first time to, Swami. If I remember right, in Indore you spoke in Hindi. Your experience about bringing a doctor, I don't know if you remember that. Yeah, Dr. Arnott, he didn't want to come to America from UK or something,
Yes, it is a very long story, but yes, I will tell. Yes, it is amazing actually. Why we are in his fold? It was that you wanted to go to him? No, once he said, anybody who is with him, he has pulled them. There are millions of the people who are there in the world. Why everybody is not attracted to him? There are people in Puttaparthi, in that very village, Swami lived from his childhood till he has taken the samadhi, till his physical. How many of the people in Puttaparthi do they all know? People go from South America, Australia, from Siberia, from Afghanistan, from Fiji, and do name it, they all come there from that far. But right there in the village, people do not think that he is there, because he has not pulled them, because their sanchit punya karma, their collective good deeds from the previous life was not enough to know that he is the divinity. So there is such a story actually. There is a very eminent eye surgeon actually in London, and I was his student actually to learn my modern eye surgery, because in olden days it was different. Now it is no stitch surgery. He, with a very eminent American surgeon, he's called Charlie Kalman. He's the man who invented that procedure. And Professor Arnott is the one who started teaching in the Europe and everywhere. So these two people have become like a father of the modern surgery. And I was very lucky to be working with him. Somehow, after I got my qualification and other things, suddenly he said, I need a partner. So I thought many people will jump to be his partner. He said, can you do 3 days in Harley Street? Harley Street is supposed to be Mecca of the medicine. You sit there means you are big. So I was looking at him. With my experience and with my color, you want me to sit down in Harley Street? Many of the people probably may not come. Because, those days, early days, there was a little bit of prejudice with the color people as well. So I said, no, it will. They said, no, this is my decision. So he's the person. He was so good in his profession that he knew that everybody will come to him. And he has treated the people from the royalties and from the Vatican, and people come from all walks of life to him. But he had one thing. He will make the people realize, doesn't matter whether you are king or queen or you are coming from any walks of the life. He will make you wait. And this was one way of his showing. So you can say that he was so good, his ego was taller than him. He had everything. He was a very handsome man. We used to call him the Rock Hudson of ophthalmology. And money-wise, he was loaded with the money. He owned half of the Ireland, all those things. So he was not working for money. It was his passion, ophthalmology. That's why. That was how the man. Everything was very good about him. Nobody could match his, skill of the surgery. But this one thing is that if he is going somewhere for the conference, he will say, I will stay in a 5-star hotel. I need a swimming pool. And I will choose my own time to speak and how much I will speak. So people hated him for his guts. Such a person wanted to go to Puttaparthi. Can you imagine there? So because he saw Swami's picture. So that is a pull, his time has come. So he said, I want to go to Puttaparthi. So I said, sir, there is one problem. There is no 5-star hotel. And there is no swimming pool. You are one of there is only one pool of love. You can jump into that one, but there is no swimming pool. He said, no, everything will be fine for me. There is no problem. When I go to Vatican, we got a special thing. I always get a special, audience with the popes. So I said, sir, it is fine with the Pope, but you are talking about a different person. So to show what Swami is, he was invited for a conference in Chennai. So he went to Chennai, and I spoke to Sri V. Sri, that it's possible if this person can just have visit Sundaram and see Swami. But Swami has got its own plan. The day he landed, Swami left. So he did not have time. So he was really that pull rubber. More Swami is going away, more he is attracted towards it. Why this is happening? Why? So he could not even pronounce the name Sai Baba. He used to say, Singh Baba. So he said, why your Singh Baba is not seeing me? Can you just write to him that I must see him? So he said, he must see him. Can you imagine the ignorance? So I said, I'll try her best. So I had an opportunity to go to Prashanti Nilayam, and Swami, in his all loving kindness, Saima called me for the interview. And suddenly I said, Swami, I've got my teacher, I have to pay my Guru Dakshina. This is a system in India. You pay something to your teacher who has done some offerings to them. And he wants to see, oh yes, bring it. We can ask him to, start this new program in our super specialty hospital. I was very happy, got the permission directly from the master of the master. So I went and told him, yes. So he started making the plans and all those things. Still about 6 weeks going on. I'm thanking Swami every day. Thank you, Swami, to bring him. So one day I came to the clinic, and we had a common secretary. Her name is Joy, was sitting on his table. It is about 5 o'clock in the evening. From the Harrods supplies coming, lot of drinks, Shiva's Regal, whiskey, and cartons of cigarette packets on her table. I said, what are these? I said, you said there is no drink available there, so he wants to take this with him. I said, my goodness, this fellow will take this, they will kill me. Sevadal, first thing he said, what sort of person you have brought? All these days I was praying, Swami, he should come and see me. Now I started praying, Swami, cancel this trip. So everything is gone the reverse. The plan is just going. But you see, the whole thing is that when Swami wants something to happen. So I told him that, see, you can't take this thing. He said, don't worry, that will be fine. What are you talking? I had a wine with Pope. I said, that is fine, sir, but my master is a D wine. Not wine, D wine. I said, don't worry, once I meet him, everything will file out. He thought he will just go and somebody will arrange and he'll walk and Swami will be sitting on the other side of the table and he's sitting on the other side of the table, that sort of. So somehow the time came. So it was a Thursday, he returned from a conference from Spain, and Saturday we are leaving. Clinic finished, we went to the Friday to the clinic again, and Friday at about 2 o'clock, suddenly he comes to the clinic and he said, what is happening to my visa? I said, how do I know what about your visa? You take your passport with you, I'm not arranging. He said, no, you have to make it arrangement. We are traveling next day and he's asking me to that he doesn't have the visa. What to do? So I was very happy. This is a divine plan, now he's not coming. So that's fine. I was very happy. He said, don't worry, Singh Baba will call me. He was not worried at all. About just before, 10 minutes before the lunch, I had a knock on my clinic door, my surgery door. And one of the High Commission's secretary, he stood. He said, His Excellency, the High Commissioner of India, he has got some eye problem, he wants to see you. I said, but I'm not going for why? He said, no, he heard once you go to India, you could take 10, 50, you are never certain when you will come back. So he just wanted to show the eyes. So I said, okay. So I fitted him. He came in the afternoon. They said, yes, he can see you. He came. Now you imagine why the High Commissioner of India is coming to see that I'm going for a short trip. And he said, why are you going to India? So I explained. I said, he's also going. And he simply says, if there is any problem, let me know and give my pranam to Sai Baba as well. I said, the problem is this fellow doesn't have the visa. He said, what are you talking? Yes, I will arrange everything for it. He got a VIP visa. He doesn't need a passport, a special visa for High Commission, a special letter. And he said, when you reached Bombay, that somebody will be there to receive you. Fine. I said, wow, this is good. The Swami really wants him. So still deep inside me, I was not happy with the luggage he was carrying. So we reached to the airport, Heathrow Airport, where my wife came to drop me. He came with his wife and one of the nurses who will assist him for the operations. We went there and he said, everything is fine. Yes, where is my ticket? I produced the ticket, economy class. Literally, he took the ticket from my hand and threw it on the floor. Economy class? I have never traveled in the economy class. He just took his American Express. He said, book all of us in the first class. So I was very happy. I am also traveling in the first class. So I went to the Air India counter. He says, no way. We have got a delegation going on. We have got no first class, no business class. Not in this flight. Tomorrow we can arrange everything. So I thought now, again, Swami's plan, probably he's not going. So I told sir that there's no first class ticket. He said, okay, tomorrow we can go. Just tell them to issue the ticket. As he asked somebody to put his suitcase back onto the trolley, there is an announcement. Dr. Order, please report to the Air India counter. He said, oh, there is some announcement. Go and see what is. I went there. He said, oh, we just got a special, those days was nothing like, the use of fax used to come. So he said, the fax has just come that the 3 people are promoted to go into the first class and we have to make some arrangements, see who we can request not to go. So I was very happy that I'm 3 people, means him, his wife, and I will go into the first class. So he said, no, you are not. It is all those 3. The nurse is going first class. You are still in the economy class. I said, Swami, I'm doing all the running and I'm still in the economy class. So cut the story short, we just traveled and we came to Mumbai. It was roughly about midnight. And those days we have to change the flight for the Bangalore. So this is a smaller plane and about 4 hours. When we got from the plane and walking, something which I have never seen before. There are 2 girls standing in typical Indian, like the Indian dancers, like Bharatanatyam style, with beautiful garland and everything, with Aarti and garland. The moment he came out, they garlanded him, did the Aarti, welcome sir and all those things. I thought there is a big mistake here somewhere. The delegation which is coming, they has mistaken that probably he's a part of the delegation. So he said, look, Sai Baba, receiving me so grandly. I have traveled so many times, nobody at the airport. Can you imagine? So from there, he went to the Maharaja Lounge and sat down there. And after that, we traveled to Bangalore. And the moment we reached the Bangalore, he just dropped a bomb. He said, I'm very tired. I'm not going to the Prashanti Nilayam. I just want to have a rest. So he asked the person who has arranged out the visit. He was the CEO of Alcon company from Singapore because he used to arrange all the machines and everything to demonstrate the operation. So he told, can you just arrange, I want to just have some rest, have my swim, and then we'll travel in the afternoon. I said to Eric, sir, it is very difficult, not in the afternoon, everything is waiting. Let us go and you can have a rest there. No, I'm very, very tired. So he didn't listen, and then he went to his Taj hotel, and I have to spend that time. So I said, not in the afternoon, can you make it early? At least we can reach before afternoon. Swami comes out of darshan and we have to be there. So it is very difficult those days to contact because no mobile phone. I was trying to contact somebody, Mr. Chakravarti Garu's office, to tell him that is all delayed and everything. So nothing was working. So I said, leave it that way. It is maybe Swami's drama. I reached there, 11. First time in my life, he showed some punctuality. About 11:30, he came out and we traveled. On the way, he wanted to stop for a cup of coffee, Chikbalpuram. I told him coffee on the street is not very good. Let's go because I didn't want to waste any time in case. The moment we entered there was somebody waiting for us to take. So myself, him, and his wife and nurse was taken by the lady. Swami has already giving darshan. And first time I have seen in my life, that's when Swami is there, everybody's eyes are on Swami. Here they are seeing a gentleman who is coming in such a hot weather with 3-piece suit entering into the Prashanti Nilayam. It's a nice colored suit, everything. Who is this person, everything? And he went there and looking for a chair here and there where to sit. There was no chairs. So Dr. Sapphire realized that man probably not able to sit. So he requested, Chiranjit Rao, sir, can you move a little bit? So he said by the pole, with the great difficulty, why you're not arranged at least a chair for me? I can't sweat. I said, it will be very short time that in the moment Swami darshan is over, probably we'll go with Dr. Sapphire. I never thought Swami will give an interview because Swami just finished the lady and straight came to him. He said, oh, so you have come. How was the reception? Everything was okay? Swami was describing what has happened there. He took us for the interview. And Swami was still talking to somebody outside. And this man looked at Swami's chair. And he straight was walking to sit down. There was only chair in the interview room. I told him, sir, this is Swami's chair. He said, you can get another chair for him. He didn't know the discipline. Can you imagine such a person wanted to go to the Swami? And Swami came and he said, sir, sit down, sit down. And Swami, you know, man, those who attended the interview, you know how loving Swami. And Swami says, you must be very, warmed. And then he switched out the fan. Let's be comfortable. He's a very tall man. And, interview room is small. When he sat down under that, where the switchboard for the, he sat there, almost his feet were touching Swami's cushion. And I was sitting next to Swami's cushion. And I wanted to tell him, Swami, he has got all the drinks. We could not bring the taxi in because those days, when the darshan starts, we have to leave the taxi out of the Ganesh gate. Because after the darshan, you can bring, but there was no place. So Swami's drama was, the taxi was still outside with all our luggage. So I wanted to tell Swami, this has happened so that I will not get in. Swami said, keep quiet. I could not speak. When I got a little time, I spoke again. This time Swami got very upset. He just slapped his, till I ask you, don't open your mouth. I said, okay, Swami, I want to tell what is wrong. I don't want to be in trouble. What can you do? So I just sat quietly. Swami materialized a ring for one of the boy. There was another family. So on the ring, it was written Om. And he threw that ring to him. This man is sitting with his hand folded, leg stretched to the Swami. And all this time he is talking to Swami as sir. Thank you, sir, for arranging. And Swami described his journey, that as if everything is arranged. He's looking at me and saying, look what Singh Baba has done for me, and you were telling this, you can't do this, you can't do that. So he threw that ring, he got the ring, and he asked, what is this? So he said, I don't know, but it is a very strong spiritual sign. I have seen, because I was in army, he said, I've seen in his office. He said, he used to call me Major. He said, and I found it in my Major's office always. So because he always pray before he start his work. Swami says, no, you Western think the whole world starts with a big bang. This is that pranava called Om. Say with me, Om. This fellow is holding that ring in his hand, sitting like this. He said, Om. His legs folded in, hands got folded, and he says, Om Swami Sai Ram. 3-second transformation. We came out, and as we are going out to Dr. Sapphire, Swami pulled my collar and he said, don't worry, he's not going to stay in the hotel. He's not going to make any fuss about the swimming pool, to forget about the drinks and everything. Swami knew, we talk about omnipresent, omniscient, he knew everything. And exactly what he did, we came to the Ganesh Mandir, waiting for his wife to come. He called me and said, take the driver to take those drinks and cigarette packet. The gift of the life he got, all Shivas Regal from Harrods and all those things, the big shops and all things. Probably driver never had such a wonderful, tip from anyone. And he said, I think I will stay in the ashram. So there is much more to this story, by the time we have to look into that one. This is how Swami can transform the people in 3 seconds. But Swami said to him the next day that you are a kind man, and now for the mankind from today. And when he reached back to the teepee, people thought that he had a voodoo or some Indian magic. He became extremely punctual, so loving to the people. And after that, he came to serve in always travel in economy class, serve into muddy area. He was in the hospital with the infection, but Swami has told him to come and do the medical camp in the extreme rainy season. And his wife requested me that he should not go in this condition. He got himself against the advice of the medical services and traveled in there. He said, why fear when he is there? That is what the transformation is, because he heard the call, within the call from the Lord. Jai Sai Ram.
There are no words to express our gratitude to Swami for sending such a beautiful soul today who has traveled the world and who has been personally molded by Swami and who instilled in him this message of love while serving. And I think he personifies that in all his service activities that he has been doing. And not only that, I think Swami sent him to Mother Teresa to work with her. And he saw in close quarters how Mother Teresa was serving as well. And he was narrating that to us downstairs. And he has so many such stories, by the way, because he's traveled the world and constantly serving, and he has such a beautiful emotional connection, which turned into a divine connection for him. Every interaction turned into a divine connection for him. Who else can we call more deserving? And we are so fortunate to invite such a person to a service center like this. We feel like apprentices in front of him for what he has done. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for really sharing so many beautiful experiences today. Yes, it is such a beautiful thing. We hope to learn a lot from you more. Yeah. He is definitely, and he sends people like you to refresh us a little bit on teaching us how to serve. We are also very grateful to another gentleman, our brother Pradosh here, who is also executes his regional responsibilities as a regional president, but accompanied by his wife Pratibha today and his daughter Aisha. He has been driving back and forth, I believe, since retreat, and now here. He was supposed to go to Delaware. Now he came back for this tirelessly. Without the support of your family, of course, you will not be able to do this. So I thank all three of them who are here present. And Brother Rajan, who has bringing and taking you. So no, without this, we cannot have this kind of a satsang. And it is actually our blessing to have you here today. One of the most well-attended Samarpan talks today. And Swami is sending a message. This is a Seva center. And you see, when we bring a person who personifies Seva, this is how it is. And so with so much gratitude, thank you so much. And I also would like you, sir, to please come forward. I would like our president, Brother Sunil Rao, to felicitate you with our shawl. This is our tradition, custom. Please come forward here. Thank you so much. No, those who serve with so much love, sir, they become divine themselves. So that is what it is.
All divine, and I say I'm extremely privileged. I'm taking with such a great message. If I get an opportunity to speak, I'm definitely going to start my talk from this session.
Oh my God.
Such a wonderful people. I think they all deserve a big applause. Please.
Thank you. Thank you. And we are also we are really looking forward to you, for everybody to come and join us for a beautiful, sumptuous lunch after this Aarti is done. So we'll also again request you to come forward to do the Aarti for Swami as we begin this. Thank you.
Just ask you. Swami has always asked me to share the Aarti with some people in the center. Absolutely. So you can go. Sorry, anyone. Okay. Pradosh Bhai also can want to have your permission.
Of course. Pradosh.
Om Jai Jagadish Hari Swami Satya Sai Bhakta Jana Sundara Bhakta Jana Sundara Om Jai Jagadish Hari Sudhana Shikara Pranapate Swami Sarva Pranapate Ashita Kalpalatika Ashita Kalpalatika Apatava Om Jaya Jagadish Hare Mata Pita Guru Deva Mariyanta Yunive Swami Mariyanta Yunive Nata Brahma Jagannatha Nata Brahma Jagannatha Nagendra Shayana Om Jaya Jagadish Hare Omkara Rupa Ojasvi Sai Mahadeva Satya Sai Mahadeva Mangala Arati Andukha Mangala Arati Andukha Mangala Giridhari Jaya Jagadish Hare Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana 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 Om Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Narayana Narayana Om Jai Sadguru Deva Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana 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 Om Narayana 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 Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Om Jai Sadguru Deva Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana 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 Om Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Om Jai Sadguru Deva Om Shanti 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 Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Loka सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति